I'm Jatin Chaudhary. I'm the co-founder of HI Network. We host engaging startup networking meetups in 25 global startup cities. And this particular show is Startup Roller Coaster, which is my favorite one, where we invite our founder friends to come and share about their entrepreneurial journey of ups and downs. Today's guest is Vatsal from Pragmatic Consultancy. Vatsal, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for inviting me, Jatin. It's pleasure always talking to you and then exploring new ways.
If you can tell us a little more about Pragmatic Consultancy.
So basically, Pragmatic is my brainchild. I started that in 2008. I have studied in Ahmedabad and even worked in Ahmedabad also for a couple of years. And I found a gap into the market where IT and digital agencies, I'm not saying that they're unprofessional, but they can do things still better so that they can go outside. What was my pain area is we have seen that most of the outsourcing companies ask for work from the world. And then they work like, sir, can you give us work? What I wanted is exactly opposite. What I wanted is Indian outsourcing companies to flourish globally and then do work with the right attitude. And that's where this started. And then, yeah, since 12 years, I've been doing it.
Awesome. So how did you get those initial customers? How did you convince those people that they need this?
So on day one, when I started after leaving my job, people told me I'm mad because I was working as a manager at that time. And then on the very first day, I had only one client. And then I was knowing that what I will do is just serve them. And then it was in 2007, business coaching was not a buzzword, which is right now. Right now, you find a lot of business coaches. So getting earlier 5 customers was tough. It took almost a year for me. And then for that, what I did is, I helped various people in a different areas. It's not just coaching. I also try to do something hands-on for them. And as they got the benefit out of it, they started consuming more services. And then it worked in referral. So far, even you look at my whole business is on referral model. And all my customers were there, still they are there.
Awesome. It's been 12 years. What are the interesting numbers that you may want to share about Pragmatic?
I would say my company is still small in terms of number of people, but the impact we have created is huge. I would say so far I have coached 169 CEOs and more than 11,000 people I have trained in, you can say, different part of India. And now I have clients from 7 different cities, which includes Chandigarh, Delhi, Ahmedabad, Surat, Pune, Bangalore. And I have taken some international assignments as well. So the numbers, I would say I have helped companies grow 10x or you can say 20x, say from 1 crore turnover to 200 CR turnover. So that can be the journey and impact which we create as to the client's business. And in a result, we also get growth.
Awesome. So for a consulting business, how do you convince people who are more experienced in that domain to listen to you?
So basically, I would say it is lucky for me that I have chosen IT as one of the niche vertical. I always believe that you should focus on one vertical and you can go with the higher velocity. So when you talk about IT companies in Ahmedabad or I would say in Gujarat area, so the business owners are somewhere around of my age or maybe younger than me. So that has worked. Unlike industrial area where you will find people having generations working into the company. So yeah, it worked for me and age has never been a barrier here.
And what's the idea is to talk about ups and downs, which has been the most happiest moment of your entrepreneurial life?
So whenever my client hit their targets every year, and I get kickback as an incentive. So I don't just work on fees. I get kickbacks when they achieve their targets. So when every year when I get incentive check, I feel wow.
You must have got a lot of such things, but any one particular moment where you felt okay, this is great?
I would say one of my key client got established his office in 4 countries, and it is flourishing. Like I would name them also Chris Technolabs. So that is a wow moment for me because one of the biggest case study I had. And then apart from that, when I got global speaking assignment, that is I would say another point where I can see that I am recognized outside India as well. Yep. And then down moment, I would say I started building my team. I created 6-7 people team and tried to clone myself, but it didn't work because what my clients were looking at is peace of mind, not them. And second, so each consultant is unique in the way they do. So specifically when it comes to IT and digital companies, it didn't work out. So that was, I would say, failure at my end also. So it was a very heartbreaking moment for me.
And so the business coach Vatsal or 2020, what advice that Vatsal of 2020 would want to give Vatsal of 2008 who just starting up a independent consulting gig?
So I would say stay at your core, and then what you're doing is awesome. It will take time, but yes, it is going to be great for sure. Stay motivated, and then so that you can spread motivation. That would the only advice I will give to original Vatsal as well.
Awesome. And we'll try to do a rapid fire.
Yep.
You can give a quick answers to it. Which is your favorite book?
I would say what customer really want.
And if you were not running Pragmatic, what else you would have been doing?
I must have been running advertising agency or branding agency where I help companies position themselves.
And which particular activity you enjoy doing the most as part of Pragmatic?
As a pragmatic, when I validate or curate business plan or set targets for my clients, I love that most.
And if you were to describe your 12 year of entrepreneurial journey in one word, what would that word be?
Evolution.
Wow. And we are trying, so we are doing this one thing where a person who we interviewed last, they ask a question that we asked to the person that we are interviewing next.
Go ahead.
So Kandar from Granth Creation has this question. It is a very amazing question. So on a daily basis, how many times you push the boundaries and you ask yourself in the evening, okay, I did this one particular thing, which kind of pushed the boundaries?
Almost 2 to 3 times. So every time I look at, I do a role play. You have seen in the movie one person and another person. So if I don't want to do something, the entrepreneur in me asks, my company need it. As an employee, you have to do it. So I push myself, okay, as an employee, yes, sir, I will do it. And at the end, it is one. So yeah, it is an ongoing journey and it has to happen like that.
Awesome. And what is that one question you may want to ask other founder that I'll be asking in the next interview?
Certainly. Are you working on your life purpose? Have you found your Ikigai? And is your business reflecting the same or not?
Brilliant question. And Vatsal, why should people join Ichai?
Yeah, it is something I would personally respect more. And what you have created in last 10, 12 years, I know you since 10 years now. So what you have created is, you could say, I would not say it is just an organization. You have created a momentum in India where startup can come, listen, learn, go back, reflect. So any startup or any company who is looking for diversification, looking for idea, or you want network, they have to join Ichai for sure, because what they get from Ichai will not, it's unparalleled to any other startup stream or conversations going on.
You have very well mentioned it. Thank you so much, Vatsal, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for having me.